Hello everyone. Let's begin making the terracotta set. This is a slab of 0.6 centimeters in thickness and using a teardrop shaped cookie cutter, a small one, cutting out the shapes. I just bend the tip a little bit. Using some oil, pressing down and smoothing the edges in this manner. So if you see, this has a bit of a raised effect, and using a needle tool drawing out the leaf-like patterns. You can also use a fettling knife, but I think you achieve better results using a needle tool. Making a hole for each of them at the top. This is just a different angle of the same thing. If you see, it's got this kind of a raised effect. It looks really beautiful. So we let this dry for about anywhere between 3 to about 5 days, and then it's fired in an electric kiln. And once it's fired, we can start painting upon them. So if you see, I've already laid out all of the fired pieces, and I've also laid out 21 of these small 4mm beads. The brushes is just a broad bristle brush. You can use a 6, probably a round tip soft bristle brush. I wouldn't be using my liner brush mostly. The paints that I'm going to be using are antique gold, black, deep green, festive green, and light olive green. So in the palette, I've actually mixed basically antique gold and black, festive green, and then light olive green and deep green. First, let's paint the beads in antique gold. If you're allergic to this kind of method, please don't use your hands. Just use a brush and paint each of the beads separately. Now that's a combination of light olive green and deep green. We paint all of the leaf-shaped beads in this base color, followed by festive green, just highlighting the top part of the beads. You're just dabbing it. And I have not diluted the festive green, which is very close to the metallic green. I'm dabbing only halfway, so you have like a 2-color kind of an effect here. Now that you see everything is dried, we can begin varnishing each of them. This is the product I use. Give it a good shake and transfer a little bit of the contents into a small bowl or a container, and using a broad bristle brush, apply a generous quantity all over. Now once this varnish has completely dried, we can start assembling. This is a gear wire. That's a crimp bead. Gear wire, I put the gear wire through the crimp bead and then through a heavy gauge jump ring. And then I again put the protruding gear wire back into the crimp bead. And using a pair of pliers, I just press it down really well. Make sure this is pressed down really well. I cover the crimp bead using a crimp cover. It just makes the entire piece look much neater. And then I assemble this set. I'm using a total of 21 small 4mm round beads over here, gold round beads. And there are 12 leaf-shaped beads. So if you see the base arrangement, the basic arrangement is done. These are Egyptian cotton threads. You must have seen me use this for making tassels. I'm going to be using it as a cord this time. So if you see, I've taken multiple layers of this and put it through the jump ring. I really like the way this, I like the way this whole thing has actually turned out. It's really easy to make, and if you see, I'm just doing a knot over there. This is again not a mandatory thing. You can even leave it just as it is, but I preferred it with the knot. And then I put it through the, I put a wooden bead followed by a knot again. And you have a neat looking tassel over here. In fact, these look probably better than the black cord as well. So if you see, it's all ready and it looks really pretty. Time to assemble the studs. This is the product I use. I use E6000 and I use a pair of stud posts. Stick it and I leave it for about 3 full days to dry. So that's it. Doesn't this look absolutely beautiful? This entire set is ready, and I really like the addition of those dual color cords because I think it just blends in so well with the set. I really hope all of you enjoyed watching this video. Please do let me know what you think of it in the comment section. Thank you so much for your time and thank you so much for watching.